friends, I have to make cookies today, so I thought I would invite you along on the journey with me of how I make the world's best sugar cookies. It's not my recipe. When Carrie and I first got engaged, we went to his hometown and my life was changed because I had his aunt's cookies, Aunt Pat, and I just was addicted to them. They were the best cookie I had ever tasted, best sugar cookie. And so I had to get the recipe, and then it became my tradition. And for decades now, every Christmas, we invite people over to make cookies, and we go and see Christmas lights. But we're gonna do some cookies for Kara's dance team, her high school company, and they're gonna decorate cookies. So I volunteered to make the cookies, and then they'll decorate them. But we also have a Christmas party tomorrow here for our church, so I gotta make some cookies for that too. So I thought it would be fun to just share it with you, and then especially for my friends that are across the pond. When Carrie and I were mime teachers at a Bible college, we used to have the international students come to our house to make cookies around Christmas time to share kind of an American tradition. And so everybody always loved these cookies, and I thought it would be fun to share the recipe with my friends over in England and Holland and Belgium, all over the place. So I already put 4 cups of flour in here. I have 1 more cup of flour to put in, and then we'll get rid of that. And you put all the dry ingredients in together first. It's 2 teaspoons. This is a doubled recipe, so if you want to half it, 2.5 cups of flour, but I always at least double it because you need that many cookies. So 5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then you mix up the dry ingredients. One year I had made these cookies for a church cookie exchange, and I don't know if I put tablespoons of baking soda and baking powder and salt or what, but they were the saltiest cookies ever. And because I was in a hurry for a church thing, I didn't taste them first. They were disgusting. They looked pretty, but they were disgusting. Okay, and then I like to melt the butter. So 3 sticks of butter, or it's 1.5 cups of butter. So I've had it just sitting out in room temperature, but I think I'm gonna stick it in the microwave to get it nice and soft. My butter is all melted in there, and you use a big bowl for the wet ingredients and a medium-sized bowl for the dry ingredients. So we'll put in the butter and then the sugar, and we will cream these together. Okay, the sugar and the butter are all put together, and now I'll drizzle in 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then I will put in 8 eggs and mix it after each egg. All of these steps are really important because if you do it differently, it doesn't mix in right and it doesn't taste right. So now we're gonna mix in the dry ingredients into the wet ones. And that's basically it. It's gonna sit in the fridge for a few hours to get nice and chilled. I get it into one big kind of ball and then divide it up into at least 2 sections. If you were just doing a single recipe, not doubled, so I doubled everything in what I told you, but I just kind of cut it down the middle like this, and then cut it again, maybe quarter it, so that as it gets cold, it's easier to break apart when you're gonna roll it out. I'm doing good. This is not even tempting while I'm making this. Normally, if I was not being good, I would just eat cookie dough along the way too, but I am gonna save this for people that want to decorate them, and I'll decorate some too here in a little bit, but I'm gonna stick them in the fridge for like 2 or 3 hours, get it nice and chilled, and then we'll roll it out. I thought I would go ahead and show you the frosting recipe while the cookie dough is cooling. And then I think it's important to note that I do not use salted butter. I only use unsalted butter, probably because I'm a little bit worried about getting too salty again. So I already started with 2 pounds of powdered sugar, or I think in England, in Europe, maybe it's confectioner's sugar. So it's powdered sugar, and then 1/2 cup of melted butter. So it is 1/2 cup of melted unsalted butter, and then a teaspoon. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then you add at least a tablespoon. This is more of a by eye type of thing. So at least a tablespoon of milk, but you're gonna add more. It's just whatever consistency you want it to be. Okay, so I've been mixing it up for a while. Most of my wet is completely in there and it's just still kind of marbly and not fully done. So I just keep adding milk. You have to do this little by little because with confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, it can quickly get really too wet and then it's really runny and it is not good at all. So you want it to have a little bit of body to it, but I literally just add maybe a teaspoon at a time because it changes really quickly. A little teeny more. And then also when we add in the food coloring to make the different colors, that's also liquid, so that makes it a little runnier. So you don't want it hard, but you don't want it too runny. So this is just 2% milk. And the only way, if you get it too liquidy, the only way to change it is to add more sugar to it to make it thicker. But this is looking good right now. Okay, so I am going to dish out some of the frosting into these bowls and mix color into it. So I do 6 dots to start with, 6 drops of each thing. And I'll do blue, red, yellow, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's gonna be a pretty blue. All right, let's do the green now. So here's my daughter. Come just say hi real quick. She just got back from school. She's not in the mood. Hi, friends. Okay, so this green is looking a little bit neon-y. So I think I might add a little bit more. I don't know if it will change it. Let's add a few more drops. Okay, that did help, but I think I'm gonna leave it there so it doesn't get too runny. Let's try the yellow. All right, that's definitely turned out to be more of a gold, but that'll work. And now let's do the red. Okay, I had started demonstrating how to put it into the bag with the blue one, and there was a rip in the bag, so it got messy. So I'm just gonna start again so that you can see what my process is. I take just a regular sandwich bag, open it up, and then I flip over the top so that it doesn't get on the edges of that. And then I just hold it in my hand and I use my hand to help hold, like make a bowl. So then I can transfer this over and I use my fingers then to scoop it into the bag. So now I'll flip this back over and try to keep it all mostly on one side, get the air out of the bag, seal that up, and then I have a little bit maybe air in there, but that's okay. And if I'm using big Ziplocs, I will use a rubber band to make sure it doesn't keep coming back up. But with this size, so then what I do just in the corner there is snip off however big I want that to be. Start off smaller and then get bigger so that you know how thick your frosting is. You don't want it to just run out. So we have a blue one now, a red one, and I'll finish these up. Okay, so I have 5 colors to start with. I'm gonna set those aside for right now, and when it comes time, I'll show you, we just cut the tip of it off, and decorate the cookies. Okay, I've already done my first batch, and I thought I would demonstrate for you rolling out the cookie dough. So I start off with a floured space, and then in between each time that I do a new batch, I sprinkle more flour on. Okay, so I have a quarter section like I had divided up. I get some onto my rolling pin, and at first I just kind of pound it out. You want it to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. If I'm doing it by myself and just doing a bunch of cookies all at once, I'll do a whole sheet of one shape. But normally if I have kids with me or college students with me, I will let them pick it out and each person can do their own shapes. I just do it as close to the edge as possible. So much easier when it's nice and chilled. When I'm too close on the cookie sheet because they do expand. And I will bake these in the oven. Oh, Santa slipped. I'll bake these in the oven for about 8 minutes on 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, here is the fun part. We get to decorate the cookies. So I'll take a cookie. Let's start with a Santa one. I'm gonna make him a smiley face Santa. So I'll start with a yellow, and then let's do some white for the fringe of the hat. Do red for his cap. And then let's give him eyes and a mouth. We'll use blue. A mouth. So there we go. A cute little smiley face Santa. So I'll keep going and I'll show you my results at the end. Okay, it is later in the same day and I am suffering here. It's been exhausting. It's been a whole day, but I have some friends with me, so check this out.
Oh, when do I
Okay.
Right now? Hey vlog, it's Carly and Becca, and we're the cookie taste testers, and we're rating Kelly's cookies out of 10. We already ate them, but I'm gonna take another bite.
Out of 10? Okay, what is it then? Let's see. Oh, you got blue teeth, Becca.
I give it an 11 out of 10. Hold on. I give it 200 out of 10.
You love them? Aren't they the best sugar
They're
cookies?
so good, the frosting and the cookies.
Mm-hmm. You got to see your teeth though.
Highly
They're
recommend.
bright blue now.
Wait, I wanna look.
Hey, and are you proud of me? I have not had one cookie today, and I have been cooking these all day long. So this is how they start off. So at the beginning of the day, I have lots of time and lots of energy, and I do lots of different designs. So it goes from nice, lots of colors, lots of design on there, and then it turns into this, where I just start doing the same cookie with the same colors and same kind of design, just a little bit different. And then it turns into this, where it's just basic, kind of getting it done. And then it turns into this. This is called just getting all of the frosting on cookies. Okay, so I made 5 dozen frosted cookies, and then I have 60 cookies that are unfrosted. So what is 5 dozen 60? 120 cookies today.
That was
So
quick math.
2 double batches, 2 double doubles is 120 cookies, but it all depends on the size of your cookie cutters and how thick you want your cookie, but roughly about 120 for double of what I demonstrated for you today. Now I'm ready to go to sleep, so I'm going to say, well, before I say peace out. All right, so now Kara is here.
She's enjoying
and she's enjoying a cookie. Do you love our cookies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye vlog. Bye vlog.
Hey, yeah, Kara, you come and you do the closing. Oh yeah, subscribe. And like.
Subscribe,
Comment down below.
Comment
Turn
down
on
below.
post notifications.
Yes.
I need you guys all the
You
time because
guys
I never
need the
say
next
that.
Kelly vlog.
And follow
Yes.
follow her Instagram.
Thank you
Yes.
for coming
Except
along
for
this
I don't really
journey.
post very much on
And
Instagram.
Facebook if you want.
I need to do Instagram more. Facebook is probably most of the people watching this have followed the link from Facebook.
You're a real one.
Yeah, okay, so tell us what our final thing is.
Peace out!
Peace out!
Peace out.